Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Welcome to the Culinary View. It's our monthly feature on some ingredient that we grow in our garden and then we use in our culinary programs. And last year we did herbs, and this year we're going to do native plants of Texas, or plants that were native to America that are now grown in Texas.
And it's beans, beans.
This month it's beans. And the reason we're doing beans is because as we were doing our research for our murder mystery, the latest book that we've done, our murder mystery, The Curse of Estacado.
The Curse of Estacado.
We learned all about the Comanches and how they moved from hunting buffalo to actually farming, and some of the products, the crops, were beans, corn, peas, and beans particularly because they could be dried and stored and travel.
And they're good for you.
Very good. Protein, fiber. They're easy to use with anything, whether you're doing chicken or beef or you're just doing the beans as an entree themselves.
And they're easy to grow, too. That's the other nice thing about it.
And growing up, I remember beans because they did the art with the beans in like flowers with beans, because
look
there's so
how
many
pretty
colors to
beans.
them. Yes. And we used to store beans because back then we had shelters and basements, and we would keep our beans ready just in case we needed them later on. So we've done a couple of different dishes with one bean in particular that we've used is our white navy bean, and we wanted to talk about wine pairing with beans. Do you want to talk
and
about
beans are just like a sponge. Whatever flavor you want to incorporate into the dish, you can add to the beans to give it that flavor.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that we wanted to talk about today is aromatic wines that are reminiscent of these dishes. And one of the dishes that goes so well is with this peach Moscato. And peach Moscato just smells and tastes just like a white peach. It's fabulous. It's a wonderful wine, very aromatic, and it lends itself so nicely with beans.
Well,
look at the beautiful wine.
It's a
just
great
gorgeous
wine for sipping while you're watching television. We've been watching a lot of sports recently.
It smells so good.
And we used a bean dip that we make from the white bean. And we use in that dip, we use seasonings that are complementing to the Moscato. Remember, we choose the wine first. We want to make that wine sing, and then we add the flavors that would complement it into the food. So this one's got some cinnamon and ginger.
And we even put a hint of the peach Moscato in there, and it just makes a bridge with the wine and the food.
Yes, and it makes it very creamy, and we actually it's healthy. So we've got celery sticks.
Oh boy!
Dip. And then for the red wine, we're using the exact same beans, but we're using them in a Tuscan soup, bean soup.
And since it's Tuscan, we're using the Sangiovese, the Messina Hop Sangiovese, gold medal winner. It's a beautiful wine. It's a super Tuscan wine.
And so with that, we wanted some more savory flavors, which comes with the sausages that we put in here, little Montreal seasoning, and the dried herbs that we've made from our 2022 herb harvest that we've talked about all last year.
And talk about how you do your herbs.
So you remember in December, I published the video on how to dry the herbs because we had to move our herbs inside. We had the fresh herbs that we wanted to try to keep that would live in the windowsill or in the greenhouse, but then we harvested as much as we could and dried them in our dehydrators. And after we got all of the herbs dried, then I pulverized them, blend them in the Cuisinart to make our Vineyard District herb blend that we use throughout the wintertime until we can once again grow a lot of herbs outdoors.
So remember, there's two great wines to go with beans. The peach Moscato and, of course, the Sangiovese that goes so well with the sausage and the beans.
Yes, and remember, all of this is on our website at thevineyarddistrict.com. There's a whole section for the culinary view where you can read Mike Vadrine's article about how to grow beans and harvest them.
And how do they get to that site?
them.
How do they get there?
www.thevineyarddistrict.com. And if you want to receive our newsletter, you can sign up for it there as well.
And they need to follow us.
Oh, on Facebook.
Yes.
Yes, on Facebook.
Not behind the car, though. No, I just want them to follow us online.
So you can follow us. We have the Vineyard District has a Facebook page, and also we just started a new one called the Merbon Lifestyle, and it's really about our journey of faith and family in all the things that we've experienced in the vineyard, lessons from the vineyard, our wine and food experiences, and the travel that we do with friends. And we would love to have you come along sometime.
And be sure to read this book. It is a fabulous book. You learn all about the the development of the High Plains and the interesting stories with the Comanches and the impact of the Comanches on the growers in the High Plains. It's amazing. It's an amazing book.
Who would have thought that the Comanches would have been part of the Texas wine industry?
Absolutely. Well, on behalf of the two of us, and we look forward to sharing more wonderful stories with you throughout the year. Normally we post every Wednesday. So on behalf of Merrill and I, God bless you all, and
God bless.
Keep enjoying life.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.